Imagine this. London, 1694. The streets reek of mud and coal. Smoke from chimneys mingles with the tension of the moment. England is at war with France. King William III has emptied the coffers. The crown's credit is at rock bottom. And while the country reels, a group of bankers, merchants, and officials quietly plan something that will change the economic destiny of the modern world. The creation of the first central bank. Today, in Untold History, we're going to talk about the birth of the Bank of England. But this isn't just a story of finance. It's a story of war, power, debt, and how an almost invisible institution came to dominate the architecture of the modern world. To understand the rise of the Bank of England, you must first understand the chaos that reigned in the country. It's the end of the 17th century. The Glorious Revolution had placed William of Orange on the throne, replacing James II. England was not only facing internal conflicts, but also a costly war with Louis XIV France. Military expenses were unsustainable. The government was in debt everywhere and could not borrow more because no one trusted the crown to pay. The interest charged was exorbitant. The situation was so desperate that the king himself sent emissaries to seek new ideas for financing the war. And that's where a group of men entered the scene with an idea as bold as it was dangerous. The plan was simple, but revolutionary. Offer the state a loan of £1.2 million sterling, an enormous sum for the time. In return, the lenders would obtain privileges, exclusive rights to operate as a bank, issue banknotes backed by government debt, and handle state payments. This bank would not just be a private institution, it would be an entity serving the state, and at the same time, with power over it. Thus was born the Bank of England, created by an Act of Parliament on July 27, 1694. Behind this agreement lay a perverse, but functional logic. If the state cannot finance itself, let the bankers do it, with interest. Thus, for the first time in history, public debt became the driving force of a new financial architecture. The bank began issuing banknotes backed by government debt. This seems commonplace today, but at the time it was radical. Money no longer needed to be backed by gold or silver. It only needed to be backed by a promise from the state. Thus, the germ of a new financial system was born, one based on trust, debt, and centralization. And the Bank of England became the invisible arbiter that would define when to print money, how much it was worth, and how wars, public works, and government policies were financed. For centuries, the bank operated as a supposedly technical, neutral, apolitical actor. But its role was, in essence, political. It was the bridge between the state and capital. Its influence grew silently, amid balance sheets, treasury bills, and market operations. Throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, the Bank of England model was replicated in other countries. France founded the Banque de France, Germany, the Reichsbank. The United States would have to wait until 1913 to create the Federal Reserve. But all, to a greater or lesser extent, copied the English model, a central bank that lends to the government, issues currency, and regulates monetary policy from the shadows. Throughout modern history, the Bank of England has played crucial roles, rescuing failing banks, managing economic wars, combating inflation, and designing policies that affected the lives of millions. It was nationalized in 1946 and regained its independence in 1997. But its most important legacy is the very idea of a central bank as the supreme monetary authority. Today, no serious country operates without one. They set interest rates, decide when to issue money, and act as lenders of last resort when the system collapses. And yet, few institutions have so much power with so little democratic oversight. Who oversees those who issue money? Who decides how much our labor, our savings, our mortgages are worth? When we talk about power, we usually think of presidents, kings, or parliaments. But real power often doesn't wear a crown or a uniform. It wears a gray suit, sits in boardrooms, and speaks the language of balance sheets. The Bank of England was the first successful experiment in this new kind of power. It didn't conquer territories, but it dominated the infrastructure of wealth. And its creation marked the beginning of an era where public debt, private credit, and monetary policy intertwine in a silent but decisive dance. This was untold history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the origins of the modern financial system. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share it, and leave us your ideas for future installments. Because, as we always say, the story that matters isn't always in the books. Sometimes it's between the lines or in the shadows of money. See you next time.
Stone's throw from where I grew up is the Square Mile, London's financial district. They say the streets are paved with gold, and that isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Hey, Des. Yes, I did just walk straight into the Bank of England, the world's second largest depository of gold bullion. I've got an appointment with the bank's chief cashier, one of the very few people with access to its vaults. Sarah John. Hi, Sarah.
Good morning, Idris. Welcome to the Bank of England.
Thanks for having me. I'm looking for some gold.
Right, let's go this way.
Now, for obvious reasons, I can't reveal our route. What I can reveal is that I followed Sarah deep underground. Until we reached what is without doubt the thickest steel door I have ever seen. Okay, Sarah, don't worry, I do all my own stunts.
It's a pretty heavy door, isn't it?
Nah, not really, it's all right. Right, after you.
So there you go.
Whoa.
Your first glimpse of the Bank of England's gold.
That is a lot of gold. This is really unreal.
What do you think?
That takes your breath away.
When the storm arrives, would you be seen with me by the merciless eyes of the sea?
It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Angels fall from blinding eyes.
About 30% of the world's gold is held in professional vaults just like this. Okay, Sarah, I mean, how much gold is here?
This is one of 9 gold vaults that we have here at the bank. It's about 400,000 gold bars stored here. And collectively they're worth about £250 billion, something like that. And that's a lot of money.
So, I've got to ask the question, why? How did it turn into, okay, the bank needs to hold this much gold? What was the process? Right, take me back.
So obviously gold's been used for quite a number of years as a form of money. First of all, gold coins themselves. But the problem with gold coins is they're actually quite heavy to carry around.
You can't flip it, no.
Exactly. So what people started to do was they would take their gold coins to a goldsmith, and the goldsmith would issue them with an IOU. And over time, people realised that actually using those IOUs to pay for goods and services was actually easier than actually going and getting the gold and lugging it around. And those IOUs eventually developed into what we now know as banknotes.
See this? Just there? That's Sarah's signature. With the words, I promise to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £20. It's just an IOU. But these days, the Bank of England plays an even bigger role. Holding gold for the world. So why do countries want to store their gold?
Countries have what are called reserves, so basically savings that they can draw on when they need to, because gold holds its value very well in a time of crisis. And it's really easy to buy and sell here in London, and that supports financial stability.
And there was such a crisis not so very long ago. On the 26th of December 2004, there was a massive tsunami in the Indian Ocean. It devastated communities in Thailand and Banda Aceh in Indonesia. But in Aceh, there was something unusual about the community that helped it to recover. You see, most people didn't have saving accounts. Instead, they had gold ingots and jewelry, which meant they could quickly use it as collateral and start putting their lives back together. And it's a bit like that on the global scale too. Countries worldwide hold a lot of gold, so that when disaster strikes, they have reliable funds they can fall back on. Gold is still our safest store of value. That's the thing about gold. It's real, you can touch it, and it holds its value. I mean, there's no sticking one in your pocket and getting out of here, is there?
Your fame is well-deserved, Spaniard. I don't think there's ever been a gladiator to match you. As for this young man, he insists you are Hector reborn. Was it Hercules? Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us all your real name? You do have a name.
My name is Gladiator.
How dare you show your back to me? Slave! Will you remove your helmet and tell me your name?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Ham!